Uh-oh.
That's
Uh-oh.
yeah. That's how you do it. Put your helmet on, okay, boys? All
You
right.
guys ready? All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's continue our coverage from Radio Row Super Bowl 60 with Matt Sims. How are you?
What's going on?
Yeah.
How are we? Thank you for having me. I
What
really
a
appreciate
week,
it.
huh? What a week.
Oh, it's so wild.
If I told you back in the summer, Seattle, New England, would you have believed that?
Would I have believed it? Honestly, I feel like I could have seen it maybe with like Seattle a little bit, just because I'm one of those guys that actually does believe in Sam Darnold before everybody else. But yeah, definitely would have had to do a little convincing with just both these teams meeting each other in the Super Bowl. But
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
What do you think it says about the NFL right now? Like it just feels like it's wide open for anybody.
Yeah, I think we're definitely out of the we need 5 years to rebuild. No, I think you're in that mode now with the NFL, just like with our fantasy football teams, right? It's like on a given week, you really can win. You can fix your problems pretty quickly, right, for the right now. And I think that's what's really exciting, too, is that these teams can kind of come out of nowhere. There is just great parity across the league. There's so many good football players, the coaches, the changes and all that. So, hey, 10 new spots at head coach.
Yes.
You got to think that one of those guys is going to be on one of these hot teams in the upcoming season and maybe make a run like we've seen these two teams do.
Not only just 10 openings, but 2 of them with MVP quarterbacks in their prime. It feels like the league
One,
is
for the coordinator, right, of the Eagles, just a year off of a Super Bowl. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, the Commanders' new coordinator is 30 years old. He's only been coaching for 2 years. A lot of people are going to this youth movement. It feels like everybody's acting like every year's a new year and anything can happen.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's unique. And it's unfortunate, too, I think, for a lot of the coaches, right, because they know that the dynamic is definitely different than what it was just even 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And teams are definitely, I feel like, taking more calculated risks to just inject some sort of life and energy back into their franchise.
What do you see in the Super Bowl this weekend? Who do you like?
Man, you know what? I felt very confidently about the Seahawks, but now, as I'm here, I feel very strange how confident everybody is about the Seahawks. Right? It throws me off a little bit. Like, whenever, here we go, the Seahawks, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, something's wrong here. We all shouldn't be on this bandwagon so aggressively, but I just hope for a good game.
Yeah.
That's really what I want to see. I want to see good football. I want to see the season end on a high note that way. But the star of the show, though, are going to be both defenses.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really pumped about. Just which defense really kind of shows up and really imposes their will on the other.
Let me ask you about the 2 quarterbacks. So we got one is a second-year quarterback, high pick.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it happens fast for him.
Right.
What do you think is the Drake May story at this point? Why did this happen for him so fast?
Well, there's no doubt that the talent speaks for itself, right? The talent's legit. We saw it when he was at North Carolina. We saw glimpses of it last year for his rookie year. And now, what's the truth of it? It's back to coaching, right? And I think this is the one thing that separates the NFL from just about every other sport, and just football in general from other sports. Coaching it's not important, it's everything. It really is. And the messaging from both McDonald and Vrabel to their teams, when Vrabel got Josh McDaniels to be the offensive coordinator, I said, you know what, Drake May's probably going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback this year, right? Just because I have faith in his ability to identify what Drake does well, to groom him into the position week after week, to push him in a healthy way to grow, and ultimately, just to play good, solid football consistently where you're in a support system. And that's really what it is for quarterback. You have to create, an environment where it's like you could take a risk, you could fail, but you're still our guy, we're still going to support you, and we got your back. And I think Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator is a fantastic example of that this year, and one of the best offseason hires. And you know what, Mike McDonald, same thing, right, with Clint Kubiak. After 1 year with Ryan Grubb, to fire him or relieve him of his duties and then bring in Clint Kubiak, what a bold move for a second-year head coach to say, I got to redirect where our team is going. And I think those 2 moves are one of the main reasons why these guys are in the Super Bowl.
And for Sam Darnold, listen, he was high on talent because he was picked where he was picked, but he bounced around so much. And it's really an amazing story.
It's awesome. It really is. And I think just for a former quarterback and a player and all that, I know how difficult the position is. I know how hard it is to be successful at the position. And really, environment is so key. And I'm just I credit him for his toughness, his grit, his resilience to continue to chase, right, getting better at his craft. And luckily, he was recognized by some of the brighter minds in the NFL, like Shanahan, to say, hey, we think this kid's got some ability. brought him in there. Kevin O'Connell, what they did with him there, and then of course for him to continue to build off of that confidence in Seattle is truly special.
Amazing story.
Yeah.
Matt Sims, you can catch his work on the Believe Network. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.